We were basically college kids, and the dream was to be like Jacques Cousteau, right? And to go travel around the world exploring places. Project Baseline started as an outgrowth of us sitting around telling stories about how it used to look in the past. We mixed that with Global Underwater Explorers as our conservation initiative and leveraged the fact that we have 10,000 divers around the world. Ultimately, we'll be able to see how things are changing at all of these different locations around the world.
Nekton's mission to conduct the XL Catlin Deep Ocean Survey is actually done in 3 different parts. Right at the bottom of the ocean, you've got the ROVs, the remotely operated vehicle. Then you've got our submersibles, but at the top, you've got the technical divers, and they're just prepping for a mammoth dive today. Let's go meet them.
Most scuba divers in the world are diving from a single tank, and they're diving what's called open circuit scuba. So they're taking gas from a high pressure gas source, and the regulator that's in their mouth is adjusting that down, so they're breathing that in at ambient pressure. We're using a rig that's now, instead of it being open circuit scuba, it's now called closed circuit scuba. So when we exhale, that gas is reused. We don't use all of the oxygen that we breathe in. We only use a couple % of it each breath. That gets recycled. This system works as a system of our lungs and this counter lung. So when we exhale, it goes into our counter lung. It's driven through this soda lime material that pulls out the carbon dioxide, and then the rest of the gas, the balance of the oxygen, the nitrogen, and the helium goes back around.
Meredith and the team are down, it's about 45 minutes, isn't it? Probably something like that. You're actually down at the level that they need to be at. But then it takes 2-3 hours to decompress all the way up. I mean...
5 hours?
5 hours!
90-meter diving is something that a very small population of the diving world does. We have to make sure we follow checklists. If you miss steps and you get cavalier with this equipment, it can hurt you really badly. And we're doing things that the human body wasn't meant to do.
Meredith, I would love to try this on.
Sure.
I would love to see what you guys are kind of having to handle.
First, what you got to do is shimmy an arm and pick a side.
Okay, yep. Sure.
So we'll shimmy an arm in there. You had to go pick like...
Do I go low?
Yeah, go down and come up into it. Alright. Come on, stand up, you can do it. Pull it forward. There you go.
Oh my word!
Alright. So you can go ahead and breathe on that.
Oh my god! Oh! That is amazing. Thanks so much for talking me through it all.
Awesome,
I already had amazing respect for you guys, but my word. I love the science and the tech and the physicality of it.
Take a breath off that necklace.
On this one?
On the surface, it's all oxygen. You don't get the helium till then.
Is that it? Oh, hello. Thank you very much, Meredith. That was very interesting.
Awesome.
Wicked.
Thanks for coming to visit us.
And I'm back to normal.
So it's about 5 minutes until the divers splash. They're really focused. They're doing their pre-breathing right now. So talk me through it, Todd. What's going on right now? I know it's all pressure and very important.
Yeah, it's all kind of relaxed until like go time because the ship has to position itself and everybody's like, when, you know? So it's a bit of a rush. Today we're going to jump in and we're going to go to 300 feet. We're going to collect several types of samples for the science team.
So you're going to be under for how long?
We'll be under for about between 5 and 5.5 hours.
Just incredible.
And we're going to run from here, we're about 2 miles offshore. We're going to run about between 1.5 and 2 miles. We're going to finish this dive basically right next to shore.
So this kit is incredibly heavy when they're up on land, but of course when they get in the water they can adjust their buoyancy to keep them on the surface or to take them down. But this is really hard work right now.
Go!
And they're off, they're in the water. So they've just scooted out to the buoy and then they're going to take that really long line, that succession of transects all the way in to the shore. They're going to be out there for 5 or 6 hours.
divers are much more dexterous. They can move into environments that the subs physically can't fit into. And what might take 5 minutes to position the sub in such a way to get a manipulator to grab something, and then they can only hold that one thing or put it into a box very slowly, we can just collect a lot of things and move very rapidly. The subs can go to 1,000 feet, and we can start at 300, and between the two of us we can cover this huge range of depths that go from 1,000 all the way to the surface. So it's a way to increase the productivity of the submersible dives.
Baseline bridge. This is Fountain, recovering divers.
An outstanding dive, reef all the way. I had a yellowfin tuna with a fishing line in his belly. Swam with me the whole way. We moved our way in, and along the way we just got a buttload of science. I mean, we got coral and algae. And I don't really think there's a lot of dive skill out there that can do what we do. These scientists need this data. They need samples. They need things they can study and look at. And when we're down there, we can do so much because we're nimble. Todd and I call it picking weeds for science.
We got divers all over the world that are doing this or can do this any day of the week. And that's what's really amazing to me, is just thinking about the potential.
Essentially, Nekton's mission is to establish baselines, basically, in the deep ocean. And we're focusing on the shallower part of the ocean. To me, it's just a natural collaboration.
This is the coral. Here.
Whoa! That's a load of extra weight to bring up as well.
That's the coral we got from shallow.
Boy, oh boy.
Here's the water and the coral.
Oh, what? So are you carrying this along as your...
That's the 90 meters. This is coral from here. Just keep holding it.
Yeah, sure.
Hang on there.
Oh my word.
Yeah, there's some here. There's more water here.
So how tired are you feeling now? You still seem pretty perky, but surely you're shattered.
All right, a little bit of food and I'll be okay.
Whenever we go out someplace now, we're covering a much bigger portion of the oceans that not too many people are looking in. We're literally going places that nobody's ever been before, and we're recording it in a way that is going to be productive for the conservation of the oceans. It's not really a job, right? It's an opportunity to engage with life in a way that is, much has a return. You get in a grind on like a regular day job, and you just do your work and come home. But now you have this opportunity to really get involved with something that's potentially a lot bigger than any of us individually.